Okay, everybody, welcome to Meals with Melissa. Today I am cooking something. I'm actually not cooking anything. I'm baking some avocado brownies. They're going to be delicious. They're going to be Nicholas's come home from school treat, and so I'm going to show you exactly how to make them. Ready? Okay, so the first thing I have ready to go is this thing's heavy. Okay. So the first thing I have ready is my chocolate chips. So we get the organic kind. You gotta have to choose your battles. But Nicholas likes his brownies super chocolatey. And instead of buying the packaged brownie mix from the store, I'm going to make them from scratch. So you have 1.5 cups of chocolate chips, and you're gonna melt them in the microwave for a little while. For about 20 seconds, take them out, stir them up, put them back in, take them out, stir them up. Then you're gonna continue to do that until you have a nice, smooth consistency with your chocolate chip. So in the meantime, you're preheating your oven to 350 degrees. Okay, so now you're gonna take 2 very ripe avocados. So here's one. You're gonna cut them in half. Here's 2. And what you're gonna do is put them in a blender. You could put them in a food processor. You could put them in a blender like this. It doesn't really matter, as long as you could use your muscles. As long as you're getting them mixed and mashed, you're fine. Ours tend to go ripe all the time because Matt likes to buy a lot of avocados and then not eat them all, which is okay because we're making brownies out of them today. So you want to scoop all of your avocado into your blender or whatever mechanism you're using to mash it up. And once you're done scooping all of that in, you're going to add, I am using 1/2 cup of honey. So this is local honey. I like to use local honey simply because it's better for you. I've mentioned this before in my videos. It's better for you than store-bought, super processed honey. So we're using 1/2 cup of local honey. All right? So as your avocados are beating with the honey, remember it was 1/2 cup of honey and 2 ripe avocados, you put in 1/2 cup of sugar. I use organic sugar, and you can get that anywhere, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, wherever. So I use the organic sugar. And then, so you whisk that all together. After that's done, and there's no lumps, you're going to mix in your chocolate that's all melted. Remember the 1.5 cups of chocolate chips that you were melting? You're gonna put that in with this mixture. And then you lick the spoon. Now, you can lick the spoon if you'd like, especially if baby Jackson wants some. He can have some. But I'm going to resist sticking my face in this bowl, and I'm just gonna have the spoon. That's okay, right? All right, so what's next? So next we're going to beat in 4 eggs. We got the, see this is a farm fresh egg, different color. We get our eggs from local farms. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I'm gonna put that in there, and that takes care of all my vanilla extract. And then we put in 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint extract, and that takes care of that one too. And then you beat all that together. After that's done, or at the same time, you can be mixing in a separate bowl. I'm using 1/4 cup of vegan Shakeology. So I don't have my bag anymore, but I have my vegan Shakeology, and it's just 1/4 cup. So I'm adding that in. You could use regular Shakeology. You could use cocoa powder. Like Hershey's obviously isn't going to have really any nutritional value whatsoever. At least this is packing some superfoods for Nicholas when he has his brownies. Let's be honest, I'm gonna have one. And so will Matt. So I have that in there. And then you're just gonna put like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We always use Himalayan sea salt in our house. It's better for you. So that's what it looks like. I get mine at Trader Joe's. I'm gonna put just a dash of cinnamon, probably a little more than a dash, 2 dashes of cinnamon. And then we use the Bob's Mills gluten-free baking baby's stealing my brain, man. Baking flour. All right, so the next step is putting this. You want to make sure that it's not lumpy at all. None of the powder is lumpy. And then you just add it in to your mixture like so without spilling any of it. And lock and load and mix. All right. What I'm gonna do while that is mixing, I'm going to assess the situation and make sure that it's thick enough. It looks thick enough, but I want to get some chia seeds in there. So I'm going to just take 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Chia seeds expand. And just throw that in there. And then once those are done, I'm going to put them in a baking dish. The ideal baking dish would be 8 by 8, but because I don't have a baking dish of that caliber, of that size, I have one here that is 6 by 9. That should suffice perfectly fine. And then I'm going to put it in my preheated oven of 350 degrees and bake them for 30 minutes. So my plan with the pan didn't work, so I put some of it in here, and then I'm gonna make chocolate brownie cupcakes in the other one. So 30 minutes, in they go. So for the brownies, my little cupcake brownies, those were done in 30 minutes. But the loaf pan that I used didn't turn out so well at 30 minutes. So I put it back in for another 15 and we'll see how that goes. So another 15 minutes was perfect because there we go. And they're gonna be super delicious. We'll see how Nicholas likes them. How do you like it? Thumbs up?